This is Hidden Killers with Tony Brueski. Here now, Tony Brueski.
The verdict is in after nearly 2 years of waiting. A Virginia jury has spoken in the case of Abby Zwerner. We're going to watch it in just a moment. The first grade teacher who was shot by her 6-year-old student inside Richneck Elementary. The jury found former assistant principal Ebony Parker liable, awarding Zwerner $10 million in damages. This wasn't some unpredictable tragedy that blindsided everyone. Multiple teachers came forward that morning, warning Parker that the child had a gun. They begged her to act. They said he had something in his backpack, and still nothing was done. Hours later, Abby Zwerner stood in front of her class doing what she loved when that 6-year-old pulled the trigger. The verdict isn't just about money, it's about accountability, the kind that has been missing from far too many of these so-called preventable school shootings. Today, we're going to be showing you the courtroom coverage, the testimony, and these moments that have defined the case, all coming to a crux and a verdict coming in. At the end of the day, it's telling the victim, we believe you. Let's go to the courtroom right now and take a look at exactly how this all went down. This is from Court TV's coverage.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I understand the jury has a verdict. The order of things will be as follows. I will bring the jury in, and I'm admonishing everyone in the courtroom that I will not tolerate nor have any outbursts. This is a very important case to both sides, and the dignity of this courtroom has been upheld throughout this trial, and I appreciate that from both sides and the parties and everyone who has been here for the past 2 weeks, and I expect that to continue. If there are any outbursts, you will be immediately taken outside the courtroom and left to not listen anymore. So please, no outbursts. My clerk will take the verdict, and she will then read it, and then we will have and hear any motions at that time. You may bring in the jury.
Everyone is standing as the jury is filing back in. Ebony Parker looking just very stoic, expressionless.
You may be seated. Thank you. Members of the jury, I understand that you have a verdict. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Will the foreperson please identify him or herself by number?
437.
All right. If you can fold that piece of paper as you had it and hand that to my clerk. Madam Clerk, will you please read the verdict?
We, the jury, on the issues joined, find in favor of the plaintiff, Abigail Zwerner, and assess her damages at $10 million. The award interest beginning on June 1st, 2024.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Any requests from the plaintiff? Any requests from the defense?
That we schedule time for post-trial motions.
All right.
And
All
judgment not be entered on the verdict today.
All right. So the court will withhold entry of a judgment order in the case. The court will further reserve all rulings and hearings on post-trial motions for a later date to be set by the parties. Anything else to take up at this time, Mr. Beniozen? Ms. Douglas?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, your term expired.
And that is how it wrapped up in court today for Abigail Zwerner. The jury giving Abby Zwerner $10 million. Ebony Parker remaining stoic, not very, very emotionless as the verdict being read. This, of course, is the civil trial. That verdict didn't just say she was wronged. It said the system failed her. It told every teacher, every parent, every kid walking into a classroom that morning that warnings matter, that when people in charge look the other way, lives can be shattered. But that was the civil trial. Not about money, policy, and acknowledgement. What comes next is something far heavier, because this is far from over. On November 17th, just a few weeks from now, former Assistant Principal Ebony Parker will be walking into a criminal courtroom in Newport News, not as a witness, not as an administrator, as a defendant facing 8 felony counts of child neglect, 1 for every bullet that was in that 6-year-old's gun. Each charge carries up to 5 years in prison, and prosecutors aren't calling this poor judgment or miscommunication. They're calling it a willful act of negligence, so gross, so reckless, that it showed a disregard for human life. That's the line they're drawing. That's the standard they want the justice system to start enforcing. If Ebony Parker is convicted, this isn't just a sentence for one person. It's a warning to every school leader in America. You can't hide behind the word mistake when teachers are begging for help, when warnings are piling up, and when a 6-year-old is walking the halls with a loaded gun and 4 of your staff are saying, the 6-year-old has a gun. The next trial is about accountability in handcuffs, not in headlines. It will test whether our justice system believes failure to act when lives are on the line is a crime. Because if ignoring a gun in a first-grade classroom doesn't meet that bar, then what possibly could? Abby Zwerner's civil verdict gives us some acknowledgement. The criminal case will decide whether we get justice. And when that trial begins on November 17th, we will be here, breaking it down every step of the way. Be sure to press subscribe so you don't miss our coverage on that when it begins. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section on YouTube. If you're not already there, search Hidden Killers with Tony Brueski. That's the latest. I'm Tony Brueski. We will talk again real soon.
Want more on this case and others? Then press subscribe now and don't miss a moment of true crime coverage from Tony Brueski and the Hidden Killers podcast.